Finally back in the podcast space. Man, it's been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's been a minute. So many Wednesdays go by without us recording. So many Thursdays went by without us dropping a podcast, man. But
we back now, though.
We back, and that's all that matters. Man, we back. I feel it's only fair and only right. You know, we tell our loyal listeners and watchers why we've been gone for so long. And really, the only reason is COVID, man.
Yeah.
That's really the only reason. Dre went to Vegas to go watch the Raider game. Came back with COVID, and then right when he got right, someone in my house, not me. I never had COVID. I ducked it, thankfully, but someone in my house got COVID.
Yeah.
So I had to quarantine.
See, and then you wanted to give me even after I got right, you wanted to give me an extra week, just to make sure I was good too. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And then somebody in your house got it, and we had to wait again.
Yeah.
So this COVID shit is real, man.
It is, man. And you know what? I started to hit you and be like, let's just do it on IG Live, bro. You just get on I'll get on the podcast Instagram, and you get on yours, and we'll just do the split screen, and we'll do it like that. But all my favorite podcasts, like the podcast
that would have been dope too.
It would have been cool, and maybe we should have did it. But for me, all my favorite podcasts, even the ones that I watch, like there's like certain podcasts that I watch, like when they drop 5 a.m. If I'm awake, I'm turning it on to watch it, bro.
They drop at 5 a.m.
Some of them do, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But you got to think, like, if you look at it, and which you should because you are a podcaster now, you want to look at it like radio. Like I think you, and it's probably partially my fault. I think you might pay attention a lot to the video element of it because I pay a lot of attention to the video element of it. I spend a lot of time setting up the cameras and making sure the colors and everything is right. But for a lot of people, podcast is just an audio experience. And so you got to think, like, if you get up and you're on the way to work at 6, and they dropped at 5, like, that's what you're going to listen to. You know what I'm saying? If you can, like, for me, I have, like, 4 podcasts that I watch, like, consistently. The day they come out, I'm watching it that day. You know what I'm saying? And however I get to it. Like, if I'm driving and I can't watch it, actually, honestly, I'll turn on the YouTube and just listen even if I can't watch. But there's a lot of people that they don't do that. They'll put it on SoundCloud, they'll put it on Spotify or whatever. So a lot of people, it's the audio side. But I forgot why I brought that up and where I was going with that. Anywho, anyway, we back though.
We are.
We back though, and that's what's most important. Other than recovering from I guess I want to say recovering from COVID. You've been recovering from COVID a long time, and it wasn't even like it was a super serious issue like that. But you know what you been up to, man?
Just been grinding. The usual, you know, working. I am a working man, ladies. Catch your wonder. I'm a barber. Duh, right? It's called Barber and Carry Man Pod. Yeah, I just been working, man. Getting things ready for certain elements in my life. You know, like I said, I do music too, so I've been in the studio. I've been recording some songs, putting some stuff together. That's about it, really, man. Just trying to grind.
That's what's up. That's what's up, bro. Same here on my end, man. I've been going hard, bro. I've been going real hard.
Yeah, I've been seeing.
This basketball season, high school basketball season here in San Diego has been very exciting, bro. And I've been blessed to have contracts with a family that plays for one of the best teams in San Diego. So I've been at like the best team in town. I've been at the majority of their games and all the biggest games I've been at.
Talking about Saints, right?
Yeah, St. Augustine Saints. And then one of the other players that I got booked to cover him this season as well. Shout out to my guy Cam Marshall at Patrick Henry. He got nominated to be a McDonald's All-American. So that's been pretty dope. I had him on the show and talked about, you know, being nominated. Actually, coincidentally, no, I already planned to have Cam on the show. He didn't come on the show until he got nominated. But San Diego got 2 players that got nominated to be McDonald's All-Americans this year. The other one plays for San Marcos. His name is Devin Arlington. And I had him on the show earlier. So that's really dope, man. So yeah, I just been working a lot, man. Super duper busy, but I ain't complaining. I'm happy about it, man. In fact, me working so much in town, I guess has like ruffled a few feathers, bro.
It's usually how it's gonna go. It's usually how it goes.
Yeah, I won't say like the names of any schools or give any particulars because I just don't want to be messy. But my bad. There's someone that works for a team that doesn't really like me coming to film in that gym. And I've been booked by both. I got booked by parents from this particular team. I know the head coach. I have a relationship with the head coach, and then I just cover basketball in San Diego. So I go. I have a media badge. I can go to whatever game I want.
Yeah.
But like for whatever reason, he doesn't want me in there while he's in there, and he was like telling the coach like tell Mike to stay out of my way and all this and that. I guess the coach had to tell him, like, I mean, I'll tell him to like watch where he goes, I guess, but I'm not gonna tell him he can't come to the game. Like he can. I like Mike. He does good work. Like I'm not gonna tell him he can't come to the game.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, dude really try to box me out, bro. He really try to block me out, bro. And I like, on the one hand, I try not to take it personal because it's like it's business and some people are just petty and insecure. But on the other hand, I have to take it serious because this is my job. This is how I feed my kids. And so if you stop at money, then you stop at income.
You never know how serious that guy might be.
You know what I'm saying? So
you might want to wait till you done, try to snuff you out or something behind the corner. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch out for all those kind of signs.
I ain't tripping.
When people show hater signs, you gotta pick up on it. You know you gotta speak on it, but pick up on it.
Absolutely.
When people say little shit. Like, oh, nigga, you lucky I know you, or I'll rob you for that shit. Like,
oh no,
some niggas really mean that kind of shit when they say that.
And it's interesting. It's interesting you say that because I peeped out about this guy for like, it's 2021 or it's 2022, for like 4 years now with this guy. When I first came around with my camera, and granted, he was already doing his thing. When I first came around with my first little camera, trying to do my thing, I never forget, we were at an event that he was already supposed to be working at. He was paid to be at this event. I just went there just for free, just because I'm trying to get better, I need content. So I pull up and I do work for free. But he was late. And so I beat him there. And when he gets there, he sees me and his posture just drops. Like he just like what is this nigga doing here? Right?
Nigga.
And so he didn't like that from the jump. He didn't like that from the jump. We ended up being on the same team, doing similar things, and I would just hear like little things about him saying stuff, and like, and it finally got to, excuse me, it finally got to the point where I had to say something. So if you seen like that video when I posted on my Instagram, like if you're someone that's trying to box me out, I'm out here for the kids and all this and that. That's what I was talking about. But yeah, other than that, a little piece of hate, man. Everything been good, man. I've been getting a lot of love in the city, bro. A lot of positive energy.
Yeah.
A lot of messages and DMs to my Instagram, like, yo, Flix, we love you out here, bro. Keep doing what you do. Like, you got a lot of love out here. Like, a lot of the gyms I go to, the rowdy crowds being there chanting my name now and stuff. So like, it's dope, bro. I get a lot of love in the city, so I'm not complaining. It was one little hater dude that it might turn into something else, but other than that, bro, I'm getting a lot of love in the city for the work I do, so I'm happy, bro. I can't complain. Oh, I produced a podcast too. It's called Barbershop Confidential. Produced a podcast, went over to their podcast space with all my cameras and lights and mics and everything.
About barber stuff?
Huh? No. They just actually, I think the name of it is Barbershop Confidential because he was supposed to start. Actually, funny enough, like we did, he was supposed to start the podcast with his barber. I'm assuming he getting his hair cut by his barber. They chop it up, laugh, have a good time. He said, yo, we should make a podcast out of this. But his barber ended up flaking, but he already had the name Barbershop Confidential that he wanted. Excuse me. So he found a new partner and just kept the name. But yes, dope podcast. Check it out. Barbershop Confidential on all the DSPs and on YouTube. So yeah, go check that out, man.
I'm gonna look into that.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of our podcast though. You got your cut of the week ready?
Yeah, my cut of the week, man. It's gonna go to the Snazzy Barber 2.
Yeah.
Did a wrong phone.
Fly guy. He said I got wrong phone. Snazzy Barber 2.
The Snazzy Barber. This is the Snazzy Barber 2, man. It's the _SNAZZY _Barber 2. Got a real dope cut, man. You guys will see it in the video like you always do. It's pretty dope. Shout out to the Snazzy, man. I'm gonna tag you in that too.
That's what's up. Snazzy, but what kind of cut is it in the flick though? We got to do a better job of talking about,
Man, so this cut right here, this cut right here, man, it's basically a feather. It's a feather. The shading on it is like it's critiqued so nicely. It looks like a real feather, like stuck to his head. The shading is beautiful. The lineup is the lines are crispy. The fade is immaculate. Like it's super clean, man.
That's what's up. The Snazzy Barber. Y'all go check him out on Instagram, man.
Yes, sir.
My flick of the week. My flick of the week goes to a young content creator here in San Diego. His Instagram is VRD Films with a Z. V as in Victor, R as in Red, D as in Dog, Films with a Z on the end. He the post that I'm highlighting this week as my flick of the week is a post from, it'll be, when you guys see this, it'll be 5 days ago. And the caption is Time to Turn Up. He did a video for Modern Day versus, not Modern Day, I'm sorry. Yes, Modern Day Catholic in their senior night game. And this video is dope, man. The edits are dope. The video work is dope. Everything is solid, consistent, real smooth with his work, man. It's real dope. And he's a good dude, too. I met him at one of the Saints games. I actually thought he went to St. Augustine because every time I see him, he's at one of their games. But he just young and hungry and out here trying to get it. So he's like, it's a top team in town. I'll pull up and get some content. So, yeah, shout out to VRD Films, man. Keep doing dope work, man. I like what you do. Anywho, what's next? Let's get to it. You know what? Let's not start with that.
Who we starting with today?
Actually, yeah, let's start with that. Let's start with Joe Rogan, man. Start with Joe Rogan. You see what Joe Rogan's up to these days? Actually, not even these days. I was about to say what he's up to these days, but what people are talking about as far as Joe Rogan these days. So, Joe Rogan's the #1 podcaster in the world. He's got like the biggest podcast ever. He's been doing this podcast for, I want to say, 12 years. 10 years ago on his podcast, he made some racial, I was going to say racial, but I'm going to go ahead and say racist comments. He was talking about the N-word and I guess trying to be nuanced with it and talk about, he's just talking about the N-word and he used the N-word. And I guess in a different episode, he said that someone was trying to make Joe Rogan, on top of being a podcaster and a broadcaster, he's a comedian, he's a stand-up comedian as well. He's trying to be funny on the show and said something about you got the best of both worlds. You have the black body and you have the white brain.
Wait, what?
Which is very inappropriate. Yeah.
Which is very, what?
Yes. Which is very inappropriate.
The black body and the white brain.
If I'm out somewhere and I hear somebody say that, I'm pressing them, bro. Not like physically, like violently. Like I'm like, bro, what are you saying? What do you mean by that, bro? What are you talking about?
Yeah, like what the fuck does that even mean? Like the black body with the white.
And so,
I mean, it's all clear with what he's saying.
Right, exactly.
We know what he's trying to say. Exactly.
It's like the whole thing about like why there wasn't a black quarterback for a long time. Like they thought like we wasn't smart enough to play the position.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's excuse me. It's that type of energy. But so yeah, he said those things 10 years ago, and people are bringing it up now. You know, trying to cancel him and like get rid of his podcast and.
That's some fucked up shit right there.
What he said?
Yeah.
Absolutely, it is. I don't think he should lose his podcast. I don't think he should lose his podcast. You know what? And before I go, because I always do that, I'll introduce a topic and I'll give all my takes and be like, so what do you think after I went on for 15 minutes? So I'll ask you this. What do you think, okay, do you think Joe Rogan is a racist? And do you think someone could make those types of comments without being a racist?
Well, coming from him being a comedian, you know, I'm also a funny guy part-time as well. And there are some times when I'm in the shop, you know, and say, so we had an incident like where the Wi-Fi was tripping, right? Mm-hmm. It wasn't our network. It was still up and running. It was just messed up for some reason. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. One of my Mexican boys, co-worker, he goes and he fixes it. He comes out the back. I'm like, damn, you Mexicans can fix anything. Mm-hmm. I'm not a racist. Mm-hmm. I was making a funny joke in the moment. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really say he's a racist because that could have just been what he was doing. Mm-hmm. But in today's culture, to say something like that to that extent, that's definitely not the right thing to say. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's not the right thing to say. Like, that's stupid.
Now let me ask you this: say your boss.
That's real touchy, right there.
It is. And then so I'm gonna ask you this: say your boss. Say you left your apron or something at the crib. You get to the shop, you leave your apron at the crib, and you tell whoever you need to tell, like, hey, I left my apron, I'm gonna run home, I'll be right back. And you come home, you go home and come back mad fast, and you walk in, dude's like, damn, black people are fast as hell. You back already?
I'm gonna laugh.
Okay.
Because we got that kind of relationship.
I just wanted to check. Now,
laugh.
is it because you have a relationship? Now, what if someone that you don't have that type of relationship says that?
With my personality, I'd probably still laugh. Because I feel like that's not really...
Because it's a compliment to black people.
Yeah, it's different. But you're talking about our brain, like, you're basically saying we're stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do shit like that. So just saying, oh, black people really are fast. I mean, that's something that's clear to see. Yeah, we are.
I was about to say, so it sounds like you're okay with the stereotypes as long as they are good, but I think that's most people.
If they're funny, that just the shit he said wasn't funny.
Or if they're positive, like black dudes, we have the reputation of being pretty blessed downstairs.
Yeah. Nobody's
gonna complain that people say that about us.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
But there are things that like they think every black person is dangerous or bad. They think every black person is not smart enough to do certain things. Like those are bad. But the good ones we're okay with though. So are we wrong for being okay with the good ones and not okay with the bad ones? Should we accept all that comes?
No, because I'm sure any other race out there feels the same way.
Well, I'm not saying us specifically. I'm saying people by and large. Just people, anybody.
No,
should everybody just be okay with?
No, you shouldn't. Because you got the right to feel how you want to feel.
Mm-hmm.
Some shit you just don't say. Like, you don't say shit like that, Joe Rogan.
Mm-hmm.
Got the black body but the white brain. You're basically calling my people stupid.
Absolutely.
Saying we have no brains, we're idiots, we can't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, then it goes into society as well too. We got people out there that paint the picture and give them reason to believe that off of the things that they do.
Mm-hmm. And see, I don't. If this were before social media and the internet, speaking of the internet, I want to talk about that show, Tommy and Pam. Please don't let me forget while I thought about the internet.
I bet.
But with the internet now, you have so many opportunities to see so many different types of people.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we were younger, if a white person that lived in Missouri that never went to school, or I'm sorry, Kansas is the same. Anyway, somebody that lived in the middle of, a white person that lived in the middle of America that never went to school with black people, now it's wrong. You should want to have more broad thinking and more broad thoughts. But if they were to assume that all black people behaved a certain way and did certain things, I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm saying it would be more understandable back then because you only have so much to look at and to pull from. Now, granted, we've seen, like, T.D. Jakes has been famous for mad long. We've had Malcolm X, we've had Martin Luther King, we've had examples of Colin Powell, we've had different examples of black people that weren't necessarily the stereotypes, but one could easily look at that and be like, well, they're the exception to the rule. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I do think what most people might assume back then, I do think all black people behave a certain way, but these guys are different. They're the exception to the rule. You know what I'm saying? But today, with the internet and with social media, you get to see the world literally. You could literally be scrolling your Instagram and one video could be two black people from a certain neighborhood fighting, and literally the very next video could be a black wife and mother that's walking across the stage getting her diploma at a school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you get to see everything these days. So to make an assumption about somebody, about a group of people, and just make a blanket statement is just wrong because you get to see the whole world now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's just narrow-minded.
You forget we got black people that's doing a lot out here. Jay-Z's a good businessman. Mayweather, good businessman. Mm-hmm. You got guys out here that's really investing and getting money and being smart with it.
Mm-hmm.
So to say that the white brain, that's just like, that goes back to a long time of us being enslaved, told that we shouldn't read. Mm-hmm. We're not this. We were brainwashed.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So that's, you can't really say the white brain, we wasn't given a fair chance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
I get deep in this. We can get deep in this shit, man.
We can get really deep. And I'm someone that's of the belief that, like, bro, you guys had a head start, white people.
Head start.
A huge head start.
Training wheels.
And look at the ground we've covered with the head start that you had. Imagine if we started at the same starting point. And I'm not somebody that I don't think black people are. That's not true. Well, no, it's not. I was about to say I don't think black people are better than anyone. I don't think anyone is less than. Like, just because you're black, I don't think you're less than. I just think black people are the dopest. That's just how I see it. I don't think, anyway. And I'll just leave it at that. I ain't gonna go all in depth and say something I don't mean and get myself in trouble. But I do think black people are,
Black
anyway.
Power. No,
What'd you say?
I said black power.
Yo, I've been called militant my entire life, bro. I've been this way, like super pro black my entire life, bro. I don't know no other way, bro. This is who I've always been, and it's not nothing to where it was like granted, we talked about it on the podcast before, like what the things that I experienced with my mother and my elementary school teachers and stuff like that, but it was like we had that conversation already. I won't go all into that. Anyway, how's business going, man? How's business going?
Business is good. I think we already talked about that, though. We opened up with that.
I don't think so, because we didn't really get into what I wanted to talk. Okay, well, I'll talk about.
We did open up with business.
Okay, well then I'll talk about this then. Have you Okay. Do you give discounts?
We give military discounts. It's $5 off. Seniors get discounts. That's the only discounts I'm giving.
Now, I'm sure you work in a shop that someone owns, but you're still a private contractor. When you got there, and if these are questions that I'm not supposed to ask, we'll just take it out. But when you got there, did the owner of the shop have prices that you needed to meet, or do you have your own prices?
Own prices.
Okay.
But it's also prices that you got to meet, like 30 or better. Like me personally, I charge 40 for a haircut. With the face all together, that's 50. Because it's going to be nice and clean. It's going to be worth it, and they know that. You know what I'm saying? So.
And under no circumstances do you give discounts?
If it's your birthday, you graduating. I do little stuff like that. Oh, it's your birthday, I'm gonna take $10 off. Happy birthday, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you graduating? No, let me take $10 off. Happy as a graduation gift. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. It's never just gonna be free. Nothing in this world is free.
No.
Anything free comes at a hard. It comes at a hard. It comes at a hard price. Like it's gonna be free, but it's gonna be some shit to go along with it. Like. You a fool. My next question I can't really ask because you're a barber, so if you don't put your best foot forward, like you're gonna have an unhappy client, and it's gonna be obviously visible that you didn't put your best foot forward. But I'm asking this because I gave a discount to someone based on so I had someone a new company, let's call it, reached out to me asking me wanted me to make some content for them. Asked me my price, told it to them. Black owned. And I rock with that hard body. So that's a little steep. It's a little steep for us right now. We're brand new. We're looking for someone that we understand. I see that's your price. We wanted to start at this. Maybe we can meet somewhere in the middle, and we work together each week. We grow together, and over time, when we get in a better space, we can get to your number. I'm like, you know what? I'm with that. I like building relationships. I like being a part of new and exciting things. It's black owned. Let's do it, bro. Let's do it. Yeah. The number that I'm agreeing to isn't close to my number, but based on all those things, let's do it, bro. Let's do it. See you Wednesday. Pull up. Very professional. Walk in. I wasn't exactly sure, and mind you, this is communication over text. He gives me his name, but I don't know what this guy looks like. I'm communicating to the company's Instagram. Yeah. So I don't know who this guy, what he looks like. So I walk into the building,
and I don't even look for anybody. I just want to look professional. So I walk in, find a safe space to kind of tuck my bag and stuff, and I pull out my camera and just start working. He comes up to me like, hey, yo, I appreciate you, bro. Gives me the money like off top before I even really get started working. Gives me the money. Like, all right, bet. I asked him what type of work he was looking for, and he goes to my page and references something and was like, yo, I like this video. Could you make me something like this? Like, all right, bet. So I do that, and number one, and I didn't even tell you this part when I first told you the story, he didn't even like the first thing that I sent him. He's like, oh, bro, it's like, I won't say he didn't like it. He had a different expectation. And I was like, oh, well, you referenced this video on my page, so I was trying to give you something similar to that. Tell me what you want, and I'll do it for you, bro. Now, mind you, he hits me up with like 2 days' notice, and I'm in the middle of working on a $600 project that I've already gotten the front half for, the deposit for. So I'm working on this $600 project. He hits me. I agree to this super duper low number with thinking that we're gonna grow together. I go out and work for him. Literally, while I'm working for him, I get a call for like a $400 project, or it was a $500 project. So I'm like, all right, bet, blessing, getting paid more money. That's dope. And I get, and then so fast forward to now, he doesn't like the first thing that I sent him. He's giving me way less money. I got money waiting on me that I need to finish so I can get the rest of these deposits. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna finish this and get it to him. I honestly didn't put my best foot forward because of the money that he gave me, and I was trying to hurry up and get to these other projects that were gonna be more money. So I honestly and truthfully, I didn't give him. I would never send anybody crap. I liked it, but I know that I didn't do my best. I know that, and I'll be honest about that. Yeah. Sent it to him. He used it, and mind you, I agreed to the number because we were supposed to work together each week and eventually get to my number. Next week comes, he doesn't hit me. I'm looking at his Instagram, looking at his company's website. He got another cameraman out there. You know what I mean? And I'm like, me, I go and follow the cameraman. I show him some love. You know what I'm saying? I should have made him my flick of the week this week I should have done that. But yeah, I follow the cameraman, show him some love. But I'm like, a dude could have at least hit me and been like, hey, yo, bro, like, I know we agreed to this, but I didn't really like what you sent. Or I found another cameraman that's like, I don't gotta work up and get to a better number. He's cool with this number for the duration of our relationship, like something, but he just didn't hit me back. Just nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and I don't know if I said it on the podcast before, but I told myself I wasn't going to do discounts anymore. I told myself that. Jay-Z said it. He said, set the price and live your life, my nigga. And I told myself I'm going to do that. And I messed around and went against one of my rules, one of my principles, and gave a discount, and it ended up biting me in the butt. So, yeah, no more discounts, man. No more discounts, man. Nigga ruined it.
Set the price and live your life.
Set the price and live your life. No more discounts.
Those who can afford it, you're going to attract them. Once we can't, that's them missing out.
Yeah.
I get cats all the time. $40 for a cut? Damn, I can't. I'm like, bruh, how important is your image to you? You're not willing to spend $40 on a good haircut?
And you know what, bro? Like, I think people don't really understand the importance of their image until they put the time, money, resources, and effort into their image. Even if it's just a professional haircut, or getting their nails done professionally, or getting a facial, or getting a massage. I think when people don't prioritize those things and then just go and do it off the humbug, or like they're going to a wedding and now they're getting the super sharp cut and they're like, oh, this is...
So yeah, I had a cat.
I like this. I'm going to do this from now on.
I had a cat I was dealing with. We're not even friends no more for other reasons. But this is a real story right here, man. So this is like after COVID hit, You like, yo, what's the price on cuts? I'm like, it's been kind of slow with COVID. I got to make my money back. So I am charging $40 now. You know what I'm saying? He was like, what, 40 for a cut? I said, damn, it's just a haircut. I said something. I said, bro, how important is your image to you? I said, no, a slide note. I said, I know you. I said, I know what you do. You like to party. I said, so you telling me you can go give Another guy, $90 for a gram of cocaine. Sniff that. Sniff that. Risk killing yourself, but you can't give your man's $40 to have you looking good while you out? I said, does that even make sense to you? He was like, why you gotta say it like that? I said, that's the truth. I'm just comparing facts.
That's real.
You gonna spend 90 with him, but you can't spend 40 with me to look good. You gotta understand, the haircut goes into you getting those girls, the image, all that. Walking down the street, getting attention. That haircut is doing that for you. It's not just you, bro. It's the haircut. Cats don't look into how far a haircut goes. Job interview, presentation. You niggas want to go out to the club and chill and look cute and do your thing, and what y'all doing out there? You make sure you come get that haircut first. So yeah, pay $40 for the haircut. If you can't afford it, don't sit in my chair. I'm not gonna lose nothing without having you. You'd be replaced easily. Easily. And not charging $35.
Right. Just to spite you.
Just to spite you, man.
What's how you doing with your? I know we only this is what we what's this 10 days into month 2 of 2022. How you doing with your 2022 goals?
2022 goals are going good. I mean, I can't complain. I worked on having a better relationship with my daughter's mom. It's here and there. Actually, it's pretty good. I can't lie. It's better than it used to be. My key word for 22 was finish. I told myself before the new year came out, I said the goal next year is to finish. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll start a lot of things, I get caught up in this, and I don't finish it. So my key word this year is finish. Start, finish. Got to.
I feel it.
I'm getting better at a lot of things. I'm getting some things done. There's a few road bumps in the way of a few other things, but we're gonna fix that.
I feel it. I've embarked on like a new journey. I don't want to say to find myself, but like to have a better understanding. Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
I've been on a journey to just to find a better understanding of myself, because I feel like I'm a certain person. How do I say this? I feel like I'm a certain person, but I get in situations and I realize I am not. Like I'll think. I like to think I'm an extremely considerate person. But I've been in situations with my family and like people close to me that I really love, and I've behaved in very selfish ways. Not on purpose. I don't think about it and be like, they want this, they would like this, but I want to do this, so this is what I'm doing. I don't, but just in the moment, I make decisions in the moment that aren't necessarily the best decision, the most mature decision, the most I don't make a lot of decisions with a whole bunch of foresight. That's what it is. I don't like think all the way through to the end of what's gonna happen if I go through with this right now. I've noticed that about myself, which is very it's kind of embarrassing to say. It's like, nigga, you a grown man with a family and kids, and you don't fully think through everything that you do. Like most things, like all right, like I'm not finna like. Nah, there's some things that I didn't think all the way through. There's definitely some things I didn't think all the way through that could have got me in a wreck. But yeah, I've been just trying to. Like I started therapy.
Okay.
Started going to therapy.
Therapist.
With speaking to the therapist, I found out that I'm suffering from symptoms of depression. Yeah, bro. Found out. Not the therapist didn't help me figure this out. I figured this out because something happened in my life recently that rocked me, and I didn't eat for 2 days.
Damn.
And I didn't realize it until nighttime of the second day when I ate dinner. I think like, this food is good. It's hitting the spot. Like, damn, I was hungry. I'm like, did I eat today? Like, dang, I didn't eat today. What did I have for dinner last night?
Boy, got to thinking,
I'm
huh?
like, dang, I haven't eaten in 2 days.
That's crazy. I couldn't do it.
Like, I got the bad news that, man, rocked a nigga and didn't eat for 2 days, bro. And I never it's weird and like kind of hard to talk about because I never made fun of people who suffer from depression or like, you know, had like a whole bunch of extra thoughts. Like, never would I do that, but I never thought that I was one of those people or that I would be one of those people. You know what I mean? Like, I also never looked down on therapy or never like thought it was bad, but for me, I never thought that I would need it. Like, I think I talk to myself a lot. Like, I think I spend a lot of time with my thoughts, and so I always felt like I was someone that if I was dealing with something, I could put enough thought on it and deal with it myself.
Yeah.
And get to the other side of it.
Yeah.
But
it's a lot tougher than that sometimes.
That haven't been the case recently.
It's a lot
so yeah, man, I'm on this journey trying to figure out myself so I can be a better person.
I think we all on that journey, man.
Be a better me, but like more like I feel like everyone should be. I don't think everyone is. I feel like everyone should be.
You right.
I don't think everyone makes. And I'm not saying I'm special for doing so. I'm not trying to say that. But I'm saying I don't think everyone makes like the concerted and like concentrated effort to like put that work in to figure out like what's going on with them. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. There's a cat in my barbershop, man. Been there for a few months now, right? We talking. He's one of those guys that he just got the answer to everything. He knows everything. You can't tell him nothing. Can't tell him nothing. You met somebody like that?
Oh yeah.
Can't tell him nothing. So we get into it last week about something, right? I'm like, yeah, I said, that's your problem, bro. I said, you think you know everything? He looks at me square in my eyes and says, I do know everything.
Yeah.
I stepped back, I said,
oh shit.
I said, with that statement right there, bro, I said, that shows me the kind of person you are. Just by that statement right there, I really know who you are now. I said, so just to make a long story short, I said, don't say nothing to me. I won't say nothing to you. I said, because this is not going to work. I can't fuck nobody who think they know everything. It just amazed me that he had the audacity to say that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like. Anyway, what do you when you kind of like in a zone where like you kind of like been in a fog or like you haven't been yourself lately, maybe you've been like a little bit sad or like overthinking or whatever. Do you have anything that you do to kind of get yourself out of that, or you kind of just let the time pass?
I let the time pass, but I sit back and tell myself that, you know, through every dark day, there's a brighter one. You know, that has to do with nighttime and daytime. Yes, it's going to be a dark night. When we wake up in the morning, it's going to be a bright new day to make something happen. So I stay in the spunk. I don't want to die, man. I don't want to die depressed and mad. So I've learned to put a lot of shit behind me and just move forward. Like if I was to die tomorrow, I want to make sure today was happy. I want to make sure today was good. So even if I get into it with, say, you know, my daughter's mom, you know, I'm big enough to be like, you know what? I apologize. I shouldn't have came at you like that. It shouldn't have went like that. I'm not mad at you. It is what it is. Let's move forward. Because I don't want nobody to be mad at me, you know, hating me. I don't want nobody to die hating me.
I feel it.
I don't want to die hating nobody, you know what I'm saying?
It's weird, bro. Like I've always been, look at me having a therapy session on the podcast. I've always been a very I don't want to say very. I've always been an extremely confident person. Very, very confident person. But just for a while now, man, I haven't really had that same type of confidence. And it's like it almost feels like I'm trying to make sure I believe that before I say it. It almost feels like, I guess I can't say that because I do still have confidence. It's like, it's not like all my confidence is gone. But it almost feels like when a football player can't play football anymore. Like all my life, like you know me, I've lived my life with like an overabundance of confidence. not really cocky. I guess you can say cocky if you say an overabundance.
Confidence. You gotta have confidence, man. Shit.
Whenever I played sports, I was normally a starter, so I always felt like I was one of the better players. I've always felt like I was handsome. I've never had a problem getting a girl to like me. I've always been talented. I could always, like, anything that I tried to do, like I said, I never mastered anything, but anything that I tried to do, I was able to do it. Like, I've always operated with a lot of confidence.
That's how it should be.
Absolutely. And I don't know if it's like my photography career having these like ebbs and flows. I don't know if it's like, I don't know what it is, bro, but just I haven't been operating with that same level of confidence, and I can feel it. And it almost makes me feel like a different person. Because I'm used to walking around, not with my chin up, but definitely with my chest out. You know what I mean? And now I still walk around with my chest out, but sometimes it feels fake. It's coming back to like the overabundance of confidence is coming back, but it almost makes me feel like I'm a different person when I'm not like walking around with all of that confidence like I normally have. So I've been dealing with that.
Confidence is key to any successful situation. You got to be confident in everything you do.
And that's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons why I want to get back in shape for 2022. Like I feel like if I feel like I look like I feel like this is always gonna be handsome. I feel like this is always gonna be handsome, but I feel like if I can look at myself and be like, oh, okay, like I feel like that'll like help with the confidence and like I don't know.
Shit, I've had people tell me like, oh, how do you do it? Like, how do you get out there and just like perform in front of people like it's nothing? Like da da da. I'm like, cause I'm confident. I believe in what I'm doing. I believe that's my time to shine. So I'm not worried about getting up there and performing in front of everybody. I'm for not feeling it. Like, yeah, remember everybody's not gonna feel your stuff.
Right.
But there are gonna be some people that do feel it.
Absolutely.
You know, I got artists that I like that make music, right? They got certain songs that I don't like. Then they got songs that I do. I fuck with like, oh, that's just slap. They got certain songs I'm like, I don't really like you on that one. You know what I'm saying? That's just how the dice roll. Yeah. But you can't let one thought, one opinion steer you off the road because they don't like it. That's one out of millions and millions of people.
And see that's been the thing with me. I've never allowed an outside things. I almost said something that wasn't true. But I've never allowed an outside person to cause my confidence to waver. Never by a person. Whether it was like a girl that broke my heart or like somebody beat me in a game or like I've never let a person rock my confidence. And so it's not like a person or like somebody said something that it had, but I'm not even really sure what it is, bro. Like that's what makes it so difficult. Cause it's like if I knew exactly what it was, I could go and fix that thing. Like if I knew like I'm hella skinny and I want to change it, but that's not what. I just feel like if I'm in shape and I feel good, if I feel good first and I also look good, I feel like that's gonna help with my confidence. But I don't look at myself and it makes me lose confidence. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like getting in shape will help that. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm saying all that to say like if I knew exactly what was causing my confidence to waver, I would just lock in on that one thing and go and fix it. But I don't know what it is, and that's what makes it so difficult and frustrating. And it makes me feel crazy while I'm saying it right now. It makes me feel crazy that I don't know what's messing with my confidence and I can't fix it.
You'll figure it out.
So it's like, why not have confidence if you don't know what it is? You know what I'm saying? Shit's difficult, bro. Anywho, turn these mics off, right? Turn the page I don't want to turn. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm all good. But no, I think we're good for the day, though, bro.
Yeah.
I think we're good for the day. It was a good podcast, man. Glad we back, man. Apologies, man. We was gone for way too long, but you know this COVID thing ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? So
COVID was whipping our ass.
Had to take a time out and make sure, you know what I'm saying. Make sure Dre got right. Make sure I didn't bring anything to him. You know what I'm saying?
When they tell you what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, they're lying. I brought COVID back.
You said I brought COVID back with me. They said
I brought it back.
Herpes and COVID will come back with you from Vegas, bro. Both of them.
I didn't bring herpes back. I brought COVID.
Before we get out of here, we got win the Super Bowl.
Rams.
You got the Rams? Got the Rams too.
Got the Rams.
Got the Rams too.
Cincinnati ain't gonna do it. Their Cinderella season's about to come to an end.
I feel it. Well, all right, man. It's been another episode of the Barber and the Cameraman podcast. Me, boy, Michael Flicks. I'm always in the mix.
It's your boy Dita Barber. Nobody goes harder.
We appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. We appreciate y'all waiting. We appreciate y'all rocking with us with this new one that's dropping. Take care.